Hello viewers, welcome to the digital class of Udayanath Autonomous College of Science and Technology. So viewers, today's class will be all about the form tag in HTML document. So we have already discussed that HTML is a programming language through which we can design a web page. That means the website designing will be done by the HTML programming language. So HTML form tag actually enhances the capability of an HTML programming language so that we can design the form in HTML or in case of web page. So a web page which contains a form is to be designed through the form tag of HTML. So in today's video we will be describing what is form tag, what are the different elements of form tag, how to use the form tag, what is the tag that is required, or what are the attributes that are further required to increase the capability of the form tag, and all the related examples to it. So without wasting much of our time, let's move on to the slides. So HTML form tag. The form tag in HTML is used to create form for user input. That means the form tag in HTML allows the user to input through the form. So whenever we want to use or the user want to create a form, so they can use the form tag in HTML. So with the help of form tag, they can take the user input by creating the form. So there are many elements which are used within the form tag. That means a single form tag is not enough to get the user input. So a lot of elements are required or are combined with the form tag to increase the capability of the form tag or to create the form through which the user can input their data and it will be stored. So now let me clear you that the form tag is actually accepting the values, but it is unable, or there is a limitation of the form tag that it cannot send the data from the HTML page to another page, because HTML is only used for designing purpose. So if we want to send the data from one page to another, so we have to come out from the HTML page. That means is to send the data from one location to another location. So from the form tag we can only design the form, or we can create the form which can be used for taking the input from the user. So the elements that are required to be used with the form tag are input, text area, button, select, option, op group, field set, label, and many more. So these are some of the elements that are combined with the form tag in HTML in order to complete the form to take the input from the user. So this is the general syntax of a form tag. That means form is a container tag, that means it has a start tag and a end tag. So all the contents of the form will be contained or will be combined under the form tag. Now we will be moving to the attributes of form tag. So there are many attributes which are associated with form tag. Some of them are listed below. That means there are a number of attributes that are associated with the form tag, and with the help of those attributes we can design or we can enhance the capability of the form tags. So some of them or some of the attributes of the form tag are listed here. So first one is input. So input is the attribute that is used to specify the input field for user. That means the user has the capability of inputting the text or any matter through the input field through the help of input attribute. So input attribute enhances the property of the form tag in order to accept or in order to take the input from the user. So we are having some different attributes which are also associated with the input attribute of the form tag in order to increase the functionality of the input attribute. Next one is your text area. So text area is another attribute that is used to specify for multi-line text input field for user. That means whenever the user has the input to give a multi-line text, so at that time we can use the text area attribute of the form tag. Now we will be moving to the button attribute of form tag. So this attribute is used to perform an operation in a form by the user. That means whenever the user want to perform any operation or to move from one location to another location or from one page to another page or to give the input or the finally the submission of form is required, at that time the button attribute is required. So it is almost used to perform an operation. That means after performing an operation in a specified form, the user must press a button and then the specified operation or the action will be taken. Next one is your label. So this attribute is used to give label to any tag like button, input, etc. That means whenever we want to give any tag to any of the attributes of the form tag, we can use the label tag. That means label tag is actually used to give the label or give the comments to the buttons, inputs, text area, or any tools that are being used while designing the form in a HTML. Now you can see what are the form elements. The HTML form element defines a form that is used to collect user input. So as we have discussed that the form element of HTML is actually used to define a form or to create a form that is used to collect the user input, or the input that has been or that is required from the user is being collected from the form element of the HTML. So this is the structure of the form. That means we have already discussed that form is a container tag. That means it has a start tag and it has a end tag, and all the form elements are contained within the form tag. So an HTML form contains form elements. That means all the elements that we have discussed over here, that is input, text area, button, label, all the things are contained within the form elements. So form elements are different type of input elements. So like text fields, checkboxes, radio buttons, submit buttons, and more. That means all the elements under the input elements are just like the text field, checkboxes, radio buttons, submit buttons, and a lot of other buttons are also there, or other tools are there which are considered under the input elements. So as we have discussed before that input is an attribute of form tag which is used to input the field from the user, and there are some other attributes associated with the input tag which actually enhances the property of the form tag. So those attributes of input tag are the text field, checkboxes, radio buttons, and many more. So we will be discussing all these things while writing the program, or we will be describing all these things bit by bit while writing or doing the designing of the form. Now we will be moving to different form tags. So the first tag that comes in our mind is our form tag. So it defines an HTML form to enter inputs from the use side or the user side. That means whenever the user want to send any input or to give any input to the web page or anything, at that time the form tag is mostly required. Then comes our input tag. So it defines an input control. That means input control contains a lot of elements associated with the input to enhance the property of the form. So we have already discussed that there are some properties or tools like text field, checkboxes, radio buttons which are actually considered under the input tag of the form tag. Next comes our text area. So it defines a multi-line input control. So whenever the user has a need of inputting multi-line controls, at that time we can use the text area tag. That means let us say an example, we want to give the address of a place, at that time we need multi-line input control. So at that point we can take the help of text area tag to perform that. Next comes our label. So it defines a label for an input element. That means label is a special tag which is actually used to give comment or to give label to any tool that is being used in the form tag or while designing the form tag. So label can be anything, it depends on the user, what the user want to give. Let's say the user has to input a number, so there must be a label, enter a number. So the user should be clear about it that what to enter at this point. So label is actually used to define the input element. Next comes our field set. So it groups the related element in a form. That means whenever we are using a form, we have a chance or we need a point where we need to combine the related element in a form, or we need to form a group through which the element will be related to each other in a form. At that time we can combine those elements into a single form by the help of field set. So field set is a special tag in form tag which actually combines a lot of element into a single form. That means a form can have a number of groups and that group can be created by the field set. Next comes our legend. So it defines a caption for a field set element. That means whenever we are setting a field set, at that time the field set can be named by the legend. That means let's say we have a group or we have used the radio buttons for gender, that is male or female. So it must be combined in a related group, because if we want to use the radio button, so radio button has a property that as many radio buttons there will be in the program, but only one radio button should be used. So if we will not group it, so from the whole document only one will be selected. So whenever we want to group any element, we will be grouping it in the field set, and that field set will be named by the legend tag of the form tag. Next comes our select tag. So it defines a drop down list. So whenever we need a point where we need a drop down box, at that time we can take the help of the select tag under the form tag. So form tag contains a select which is actually used for the drop down list. That means whenever we want to have a list of items, and from the list of item we want to select anything, so at that time we can use or we can take the help of select tag. Next one is your opt group. So it defines a group of related options in a drop down list. That means whenever we have a list in a drop down tool or we are using the select tag, at that time we can group the related option into a single group through the help of opt group. That means a list of item need to be grouped at certain point, and at that time the opt group help us to do that. Next comes our option. So it defines an option in a drop down list. That means whenever we will use the select tag, in between or among the select tag we need to have the option tag, because option tag is actually used to define the option or give the option in the drop down list. That means the number of list in the drop down will be given by the option tag. Finally comes our button tag. So it defines a clickable button. That means whenever we will encounter any button tag, so it will define or it will show a button over there, on clicking on which we will move to other pages or some necessary actions will be taken as per the user requirement. So these are some of the form tags which are actually associated with the form element, and we can use all these elements in the form tag in order to enhance or in order to create a new form according to the user requirement. Now comes our HTML input tag. So the input tag specifies an input field where the user can enter data. That means whenever we will encounter any input tag, it will specify input field where the user can enter the data as per their requirement. So the input element is the most important form element. That means the form tag or the form element contains the important element, or the most common element is the input element. The input element can be displayed in several ways depending on the type attribute. That means we cannot use only a simple input element in a web page. So we have different type attributes which are needed to be associated with the input element in order to enhance the capability of the input element. So the different input types are as follows. So whenever we want to give a button, we can use input type equal to button. Similarly, whenever we are interested in giving the check boxes, we can write input type equal to checkbox. Similarly, whenever we are interested for color, we can give for or we can go for input type equal to color. If we want to specify the date, then we can give input type equal to date. If you are interested for date time local, that means if we want to give the local date and time, that is system date and time, we can go for input type equal to date time local. If we are interested for giving any email address, so we can simply write that input type equal to email. If we are interested for giving any file or giving any link of a file, we can give input type equal to file. Similarly, whenever we have to hide any file from the web page, so we or any tool from the web page, we can simply write input type equal to hidden. Similarly, if we are interested for giving an image, we can write input type equal to image. If we are interested for month, we can write input type equal to month. If we are interested for a number or giving any specific number, we can type input type equal to number. Similarly, if we are interested for giving any password field, at that time we can take the help of input type equal to password. So that text box will have only asterisk within them and it will not display any characters. Similarly, if we are giving or we have a need of a radio button in the web page, so we can take the help of input type equal to radio. Similarly, if we want to specify any range, let's say you have seen the Flipkart or Amazon app where the pricing is a range from 0 to this much, 10,000 to this much and all that. So if we are interested in range, we can give it in input type equal to range. So we can give a reset button. You must have encountered a reset button in a form in most of the cases. So if we are interested for giving a reset button to clear all the data from that form, so we can type input type equal to reset. If we are interested for giving a search box, so we can give input type equal to search. Similarly, if we are interested for giving a submit button to close the form or to send the data from one location to another location, so at that time we can use the input type equal to submit. Similarly, if we are using TEL, that means we are giving any phone number or like that, at that time we can use input type equal to TEL. Similarly, if we are giving type equal to text or we are not typing anything, we are simply writing input, so by default it will take the type equal to text field. Similarly, if we are writing input type equal to time, that means it will only display the time. Similarly, if you are interested for giving any URL, uniform resource locator, or a web page link or anything, at that time we can take the help of input type equal to URL. Similarly, if we want to give any weekday, so we can give input type equal to week. So these are some of the input types that can be used within an input tag in order to create a form. So there are many such input types which are actually needed or which are actually required in order to give the input to the user, or the user has the capability to give input through these types of input. Now we will be moving to different input type attribute values. So these are some of the types and the description is written over here. So TEL stands for the input value is of type telephone number, as we have discussed. Now the search type is for giving the search field. Similarly, the URL stands for uniform resource locator, that means if we want to give any link, we can use the URL type. Email is used to give one or more email addresses, that means the number of email addresses that is being required in the form can be given by the email type of input. Similarly, the date time attribute of input is used to give date or time. Similarly, the date type of input is used to give a date. Similarly, month is used to give the specified month or the current month. Similarly, the week is actually used to display the week name, that means Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or anything required within the program, we can give it by the type attribute of week. Similarly, if we want to give the local time or the system time, we can give the time type in the input element. Similarly, if we want to give the date time of local server, that means the server which has the local capacity or the local time can be specified by the date time local. Similarly, if we want to give any specified number, that means it can be real number, it can be integer number or anything, we can specify it through the input value in number. Similarly, if we are interested for range or giving an range, so we can specify through the given range. If you want to give any color to the web page or any particular element, we can give it through the color type, in which we can also include the hexadecimal colors. Now comes the placeholder. So it specifies a short hint that describes the expected value of an input field. That means you must have encountered the placeholder. That means whenever you will put the mouse or move the mouse to a particular tool in a web page, so it will show what is to be required or what is the example to be inputted by the user. So it comes under the placeholder. So these are some of the input type attribute which are required to design the form. Now we will be coming to HTML input element. So you can clearly see that an source code is written over here and the reflection is over here. So the HTML program starts with HTML and ends with HTML. Then comes our body element. The body element, under the body element we will be describing or we will be writing the body of the web page. So first comes our h1 tag, that is header 1, that is the input element. So the input element is written in the first header. Next comes our form. So whenever we will design a form, we will have the user input through the form. So another action attribute is there associated with the form, which is used to give the action. That means whenever the page will be submitted, it will move to the action page.php. Similarly, the label for f name comes our first name. So label, you can see that we have already discussed that label tag is used to give the label in the form tag, that is first name is printed directly over here. Similarly, input type equal to text, that means after the first name then comes our text field in the input element. So you can see that there is a text field over here. Next again BR tag is given, so the cursor is over here, and after encountering the BR tag, so it will move to the next line. So another label is given with the tag, that is last name, so last name is printed over here. Next again comes our input type equal to text, so where another text field has been printed over here, or it has been displayed over here. So you can see that there are different IDs for different text fields, because every text field has an ID. So the first one has the ID as F name, and the second one has the ID as L name, that means first name and last name. Similarly, we have added another tool, that is submit button, through the help of input. So input type equal to submit, where value equal to submit. That means submit is a special type of button on which whenever it will be clicked, the data under the text field will be taken to the server, or will be transferred to the server, or some necessary actions will be taken. So you can see that the form tag is enclosed within the body element, because it is being printed at the body of the web page. So this is the source code, and the reflection of the source code is here. So this is all about the HTML input element. So I hope you have all understood what is the use of form tag. So there are some other elements which are actually associated with the form tag. So we will be coming with some more videos of form tag. So if you have any doubt, you can comment me on our YouTube channel. Till then, thank you.